Hey guys, what is up? This is Kira. I'm going to give you a tutorial on silk spawners today, which is a plugin for Bucket for the current Minecraft 1.5.2. It might work for later versions. And basically what it does is allows you to harvest mob spawners with a Silk Touch pickaxe. Sounds pretty simple. So I'm going to go over the configuration, how to install the plugin, also the permissions and a few commands. I'll jump into Minecraft a bit later and show you some commands. I also just want to say I've had like way too much caffeine today, so I'm really fidgety and jumpy. I'm just going to try to get this done. So what this allows you to do, what this plugin allows you to do, is you're able to spawn in new spawners if you're a mod, or you can set it up for a player to be able to use a Silk Touch pickaxe to pick up a spawner that they find and place it somewhere else. It's also got a few extra features, like you can also spawn in eggs as well, and also give permissions for players to even craft the spawners. So there's lots of things that you can do. There's even new features coming up soon as well. So let's get into the installation of the plugin. What you'll need to do is obviously click the download link, and once that's downloaded, you will get a file, silkspawners.jar. And what you'll need to do with this file is go into your server files, and you'll see the plugins folder here, and just drag and drop silk spawners into your plugins folder. I've already done it with mine, so I'm not going to show you exactly how to do that. Once you've drag and dropped, you will need to restart the server. So let's just give the server a restart, and then after it's restarted, you will see a folder. Now where is it? Silk spawners folder. So if you head into that, you'll see a couple of configuration files here. So let's go into the config files and see what we can do. Alright, so you'll see mobs. Let's go into mobs. What you can do with mobs is you can enable or disable the actual spawner itself. And you can enable or disable the crafting of the spawner. That also comes with a permission. If you've got permissions plugin, it comes with permission. You can enable players to craft or not, so it's kind of the same thing. And also enable or disable the eggs as well. So there's all of these are the different types of mobs that you can choose. You can also get the list with a command inside Minecraft, so it's really simple. So I won't go through that. That's pretty simple. I think that's pretty much all it could do there. Alright, so let's have a quick look in the config. I won't go through it all because there's quite a bit. I'll just go through the basics. So I just have to say, you want to keep this as false, use permissions as false, because you'll be using permissions with, hopefully with another plugin that you've got, such as permissions X or something. So I'll go through what permissions to use as well in your other plugin. You want this to be checked as true, which is use world guard. That means if there's like a spawner in a world guarded or protected area, then people can't actually pick up that spawner in the area. They shouldn't be able to anyway, I don't think. This you can actually change what your generic spawner is going to be, which mob your generic spawner is going to be, because the pig is the actual default. You can change the default generic mob spawner. This you can change how far a spawner is actually reachable with your crosshair. You can actually change spawner just by looking at a spawner in Minecraft itself. Only if you're OP. I haven't set that up to be able to be used as for my players. I'll go through the permissions very soon. You can also change the Silk Touch level. So if you've got this set to 2, you'll need a Silk Touch level of 2 on your pickaxe to be able to actually mine the mob spawner. Here you can change it for drops, no drops creative. So if you're in creative mode and destroy a mob spawner, then it won't actually drop. So you can change that by just going and changing it to false. Also, if you should drop the egg, if a spawner is destroyed, should the egg be dropped, I've set that to false. If you set it to true, once the spawner is destroyed, it will drop an egg. And also you can change it so to drop XP and iron bars, and etc. There's also a permission that comes with that, so I'll just go through that in a second. I won't go through the rest just at the moment. You can actually turn crafting on as well, but you've really got to go through which ingredients. You've got to change the ingredients, and also how the recipe works as well. You can really customize how you want to do crafting, but I don't have crafting set up in my server. But if you guys do want a tutorial on crafting for silk spawners, then let me know and I can have a look into that. But let's go into another section, shall we? Let's have a look at the permissions. This is what I have set up in my permissions X. I'll go into my config. It's a really simple, oh, sorry, wrong one. Go into my permissions config. I've got a lot of permissions, I've got a lot of stuff in my server, but if I scroll down, just for my simple players, I've given them 2 permissions, Silk Spawner's Place and Silk Spawner's Silk Drop. That means they're able to actually place a spawner, pick up a spawner and place it somewhere else, and also, obviously, to use the Silk enchanted pickaxe. There are a few other permissions as well. I'm just going to go through those on the actual website. The general ones, if you want to give to moderators, you can use, obviously, Silk Spawner's all the permissions. You can give them Silk Spawner's info, which allows you to see informative messages when you actually place them and break them, and also when you're holding them as well. And this is another general one that if you're holding a spawner, you can view the spawner type by /spawner. So this is the one that I've got in my server, Silk Spawner's Place, so people are able to place a spawner wherever they like. And this one, if you would like to allow your players to be able to craft the spawners, but obviously you will need to set up crafting in your config before you enable that. So let me know if you want me to go through that. This one you'll need to add as well, Silk Spawner's Silk Drop, which is I showed you in the config. It allows people to actually mine the spawners, so you must have this one in your permissions to be able to have people to actually mine the spawners. It's also got another permission here, to destroy drop, which allows you to destroy mob spawners to acquire mob spawn eggs, iron bars, or XP, and that's also something that I just went over you will need to configure in your configuration. If you'd like to give permissions to players to be able to change the spawners they're holding, then you can give them these permissions as well. This one changed types of the spawners, the actual mob spawners, and this one changed the type of the egg. Also, they've got another permission, Silk Spawner's free item, so it allows you to get a Silk Spawner's item in your hand using /spawner and then typing creature. The same with this one, and that's just for eggs, so it's really, really simple. I'll probably go through, that's all the permissions, not very many. I'd probably just have to say you only want Silk Spawner's Place and also Silk Spawner's Silk Drop. That's pretty much all you need, unless you want to get into the crafting. Otherwise, it's probably not good to have everyone be able to get free spawners. I don't know if that's really a good idea for a server. Alright, so I'll just jump into Minecraft and show you a couple of the commands as an OP and as a player as well. So let's pop into Minecraft. Alrighty, we are back into Minecraft. I'm just going to show you a couple of the commands as an OP, so what you'll be able to do. So if you like, you can check the spawner list, /spawner list, which will bring up a list of all the spawners you can actually get. If you want to actually spawn in a spawner in your hand, you've got to select an open slot, so a slot that you don't have something in your hand, and say spawner, and spawner, and just type the spawner type. So I'll just go zombie, and there we go. You've got a zombie spawner. It's really simple. I'll place a couple of them down and give you an example on how it works. Or why is there a skeleton in daylight? That's just really weird. So I'll give you an example on how it works as a member. I'll just kill this guy. I don't know why he's here. Looks like he's protected in all of his armor or something. Oh my gosh. Ooh, skeleton head. Awesome. Alrighty. So I'm going to change my game mode survival, and also DOP myself, because I know I'm OP. Oh, I've probably got to put my name there. Alright, so DOP'd. I've got my diamond pickaxe with silk touch, as you can see. So this is what happens. Pretty simple. It drops the spawner, and as a player, if you can also place the spawner back up, but as a player, I don't want to be able to get spawners in my hand. So as I said before, you looked at my config, I put the permissions only to be able to pick up spawners and the drop spawners as well. So if I go spawner skeleton, it tells me that I must be looking directly at a spawner, or to put it in my hand and to choose that command. So if I look directly at a spawner, /spawner zombie, and it says you do not have the permission to change spawners with /spawner. So the permissions are all set up nicely for the players. Alright, so I've just OP'd myself again. You can actually change what spawner it is just by looking at it. So if this is a zombie spawner, I want to change it to a skeleton spawner. Just /spawner skeleton. And there we go, it's changed to a skeleton spawner. So that is really, really simple and easy once you actually get into the game. You can also get an egg, so /egg, zombie. Yay, a zombie egg! And it disappears after one use. Oh my god, I forgot I'm in survival. No! Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. If you do have any questions or any requests, if you want me to look into the crafting for you guys, then let me know. But otherwise, this is it. It's very simple. I hope it helps. And come check out my server as well if you guys are interested. I do have, obviously, mob spawners and heaps of other stuff in my server, so come check it out. And I'll either see you guys on the server or another time. Bye!